Welcome to Total Body Yoga for Flexibility. Hi, I'm Leslie. Begin lying on your back with your knees bent and feet hips width apart. Close your eyes, deepen your breath. Bring your awareness inside. Today, you'll get a great stretch for your hamstrings, hips, back, shoulders, and neck. Practice through Shavasana because you deserve all of the benefits. You'll feel more open, calmer, and enjoy internal balance. As you breathe here, remind yourself that you have everything you need within you: strength, focus, energy for this practice and for your life beyond the mat. Take a breath in. As you exhale, draw your right knee into your chest, extend your left leg straight. Circle your right ankle one direction and then the other direction. And now we'll inhale, extending the right leg toward the sky. You can bend the left knee, putting the foot back onto the earth, or keep it extended. Draw your right hip forward. Hold the right leg anywhere along the leg. And if you have a yoga strap, you can put that around the ball of your foot. Doesn't matter how deep you get into the stretch, just so long as you feel a comfortable stretch in your body. Straightening the leg if it is straight from the muscles. Otherwise, keep a little bend if that works for you. And breathe. Now place your left hand on your left thigh right at the top. And then as you exhale, with the knee bent or straight, open the leg to the right and look over your left shoulder. But keep that left hip grounded down. Again, steady breath helps to steady the mind as well. Relaxing tension around your neck here. Take one more breath. And then bring your head to center. Inhale the leg to center. Exhale, knee bent or straight. Take it to the left for a twist. And look over your right shoulder. Turn your belly toward the sky. And if you've run into the wall like I have, move away a little bit so you have space. Take another long, smooth breath as you release any tension in your jaw. Bring your head to center. Inhale the leg to center. Hold the leg anywhere along it. Lift your head and shoulders, going in maybe a little bit deeper. Pull your belly in, lengthen your neck, and then release. Bending both knees, and then straighten out the right as you draw your left knee in towards your belly. Circle the left ankle one direction, and then circle the other way. Just working out those little pops and cracks in the ankles. And then with your right leg bent or straight, extend your left leg up toward the sky. If your right leg is straight, make sure to flex the ankle, point the toes up. And again, it does not matter how deep you go in. Your knee can be bent or straight. It's really up to how it feels in your body today. As you're breathing, you may be able to go in a little bit deeper, but never pushing. Now take your right hand on the top of your right thigh. Now taking your right hand on your right thigh with your left leg bent or straight, take it out to the left any amount. And turn to look over the right shoulder. And keep your right hip grounded down. So that might mean that you don't take your left leg out quite so far, and that is perfectly awesomely fine. Just breathing and then relax around the shoulders, just making sure you're not creating any tension where you're holding the leg. If your legs are straight, make sure to keep the muscles firm. Otherwise, don't worry. Come back to center and then we'll twist. So taking the left leg across, bent or straight, and look over your left shoulder. As you're twisting here, taking long, smooth breaths, turn your belly toward the sky and continue to scan your body to see if any tension is creeping in anywhere. I know I always have to be vigilant, so that's why I remind you. Do your best to let it go. Inhale to center. As you exhale, lift your head and shoulders, drawing the leg in a little bit closer if you can. Pull the belly in and release. Hug both knees into the chest and then open into happy baby, holding on to the little toe sides of your feet or ankles or calves. Rocking side to side. And then keep your right leg as it is. Release the left leg, bending the knee, foot on the floor, or extend it out. If the left leg is extended, then flex the ankle, firming your legs. Keep drawing your right knee in towards your right armpit, but soften around your neck. Half happy baby is a nice one. Bend your left knee, take your right ankle just above it. You can keep your feet on the floor or draw it in for figure 4, holding the shin or behind the thigh. And I invite you to stay with this, or if you'd like to go a little deeper, cross your right knee on top of the left and then reach for your ankles or feet, pulling them away from each other as you're pulling your thighs toward your belly. Whatever works best in your body today. Release back to happy baby. And then we'll do the other side. We'll keep the left leg and release the right, taking the foot onto the earth or extending the leg. Extending the leg will make it a little more intense. Draw your left knee in toward the armpits and soften around your neck. Breathing steadily. Inhales and exhales equal in length. Now bending your right leg, take the left ankle just above the knee. You can keep your foot on the floor or draw the leg in toward the chest, drawing the left hip forward, holding the shin or behind the thigh. It's a wonderful hip opener just as it is, but if you feel like you'd like a little more today, cross your left knee over the right, reaching for your feet or ankles, pulling them away from each other, lengthening your low back, drawing your thighs toward your belly. And then let it all go, hugging knees into chest, roll to your right. Use your left hand to press up. And then make your way forward. And we'll stretch right into child's pose with the arms extended. Spread your fingers. Take a moment to point your thumbs to the sky. Keeping that rotation in the arms, then take your palms flat. Come up onto the knees, tuck your toes. Make your way to down dog and bicycle the legs. So as best you can, turn your outer upper arms, your triceps back towards your feet and your biceps, inner upper arms forward toward the front of the mat as you press a little extra into the thumb, first finger sides of your hands. If that doesn't make sense, don't worry about it today. Inhale, come to plank pose. And knees can always be up or down. Shift forward and slowly lower to your belly. Keep the hands by the low ribs. On your inhale, just peel the chest up, pulling hands toward feet, lengthen through the low back. Stay or come up a little bit higher if that feels okay in your body. Keep your belly lifted. Then lower down, tucking the toes, pressing up to the knees and back into down dog. Stretching back. Lots of length in your spine. Even if that means bending the knees, that's okay. Inhale, lift your right leg up with level hips, and then bend the knee and open up that hip, stretching back evenly through the shoulders. Now squaring off the hips, look forward, and step your right foot up. Then walk it over to the right a little so you bring your hands to the inside of the right foot. The back knee can be up or down. Bring your chest forward, pull your belly in, and now exhale, slowly straighten the right leg as much as it will as you pull the right hip back. Let your head drop toward the earth. Then inhale, rebend the knee over the ankle, back knee up or down, pull that right hip back, lengthen your spine. Taking a breath here, and then exhale, straighten out that leg, any amount, pulling the right hip back. You can always have your hands on yoga blocks if they don't reach the earth. Inhale, rebend into lizard pose. Chest is moving forward, wide collarbones, breathe. Exhale, straightening the leg, let your head drop down. Keep pulling the right hip back, press into the big toe side of the foot. Now bring your hands on either side of the foot, come to plank. Knees up or down. Slow chaturanga. Inhaling to up dog or cobra, shoulders above wrists if you're an up dog. And then exhale back, downward dog. Stretch back and lift your left leg up and then bend the knee and open up through the hip, pressing evenly through the arms and shoulders. Now squaring off your hips, step it up and then walk the left foot to the left a little bit so you can bring your left hand on the inside of the foot. The back knee can be up or down, totally your choice. Pull the left hip back. Breathe here. Keep your belly lifted and your pelvic floor. Then exhale, start to straighten the left leg any amount. Let your head extend toward the earth. Let it be long. And inhale, rebend the left knee over the ankle. Make sure it's pointed over your middle toes. Breathing here. And then exhale, stretch it out. Pulling the left hip back, pressing into the big toe mound of that left foot. Inhale, rebend the knee over the ankle, pulling the left hip back still. We try to keep the hips as level as you can. And now straighten it out. Exhale. Breathing, relaxing tension around the shoulders. Rebend the knee, inhale, and step to plank. Knees up or down for chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. Little extra time in your back bend, and then to down dog, exhale. Stretch back. Feel free to move your head, your neck, your hips, whatever needs moving. And onto the balls of the feet. Inhale, exhale it out. Step your feet forward or hop. Lengthen your spine, inhale halfway. And fold, exhale, bending the knees as needed. Inhale, sweep the arms up, look up and lengthen, keeping your ribs in, lengthening your low back. Now take your right hand down to the right leg, shifting hips to the left for a side stretch. Inhale, turn your chin up toward the sky. Exhale, turn it down toward your shoulder. Inhale, looking up, turning the head. Exhale, looking down. Bring both arms up, stretch, keep your ribs in. Exhale, left hand down. Stretch to the right side of the body. Look up on your inhale, turn the chin. Exhale, turn it down. Inhale, turning the chin, look up. Exhale, turn it back down. Inhale, both arms reaching up. Feet parallel. Pull your belly in. Make a little back bend in the upper back if it feels okay, but keep your low back long. Then hinge from the hips and fold forward. Exhale. Inhale, lengthen halfway. Exhale, plank pose, chaturanga. Inhale, press through the hands and feet, up dog or cobra. A little extra breath here in your back bend. And then down dog, exhaling. Right leg lifts, inhale. As you exhale, step it between the hands, spin the back heel down, lining up front heel and back arch. Inhale for warrior two. Be sure your right knee's over the ankle and pointed over the middle toes. Dropping the right hip down. Now take your hands behind you, press your fists or your palms together. Widen your chest, looking toward the side of the mat. Breathing here, roll the shoulder heads back, then lean forward, taking your right elbow to the outside or inside of the right thigh. Inside's going to be a little more intense. Keep rolling your top shoulder back. Turn your chin up if that's okay on your neck. Press through the front heel, through the outer edge of the back foot, and breathe. Inhale, come on up. Stretch out the arms and reverse your warrior. Exhale, bending the knee. Keep reversing as you slowly straighten the front leg. Exhale here and then come up, setting up for triangle, shortening the stance if you like that. Hinge from the hip crease, reach out and then down. Stretch up through the left fingertips, reach them toward the sky, and then reach the left arm forward in line with the ear. As you exhale, sweep it in front of you and then bring it behind your back to rest at the low back, or you could hook it on the right thigh if that works. Keep pressing down into the big toe mound of your right foot, drawing the right hip under you. Look up if it's okay on your neck. Then look back down, bend the knee, step to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Up dog on your inhale, staying a little extra breath. And then down dog on your exhale. And we'll do the other side. Lift your left leg with level hips. Inhale. Exhale, step it right in the middle of the hands. Spin the back heel down. Make sure you're lined up front heel and back arch. Left knee over the ankle, pointed straight over the middle toes. Stretch out through the arms. And now take your hands behind you, pressing the fists or the palms. Roll the shoulder heads back. Inhale. Keep your ribs drawing in and drop that left hip down toward the earth. Now lean forward, taking the left elbow on the outside or inside of the thigh or right on the thigh. And now roll your top shoulder back, turn your chin to look up unless that hurts your neck. We don't want pain, not in our yoga. Look down to come up, stretch out the arms, and then inhale, reverse your warrior, bending into the left knee, exhale. Slowly straighten the left leg, inhale, stay for your exhale. Come up, inhale, setting up for triangle. Hinge from the hip crease, get as much length as you comfortably can. Taking the left hand down wherever it reaches, and then stretch your right fingertips to the sky. Lengthen your side body and reach your right arm forward by the ear. Firming the legs but softening the joints of the knees. Sweep your right arm down. Bring it behind your back or hook it onto the left thigh. And roll the top shoulder back if you can. Getting a nice stretch for the shoulders as well as the hamstrings and hips. Look down to the earth, bend the knee, and make your way to plank, lower chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog, a little longer up dogs today, stretching out the spine. Exhale back into down dog. And breathe. And release any tension that you feel in your body. Let it breathe out. Come onto the balls of the feet. Exhale everything out and come onto your knees. Now sit back on your heels. Or if you have a yoga block, you can sit on that. Or if you can sit your buns down on your mat with your heels on either side, you can take Virasana that way. Knees no wider than hips. Make sure they're not going wide. If this one hurts your knees or your feet, then stay up on your knees. Bring your hands behind you and lift your hips off the mat. Spin the inner thighs back. Let your head go back if it feels fine with your neck. And then returning back down to seated. You can sit up on blankets, blocks, whatever you need. You can do the same thing again, or to go in deeper, forearms down, and same thing, lift up, but lengthen your sitting bones towards the backs of your knees and lift your hip points towards your lower ribs. Let the head go back if it feels like it's not getting compressed. Return back up, or you can go into Supta Virasana, lying down. Lengthen through the low back and reaching the arms, holding your elbows. It is intense, so if it doesn't work for you, don't force it. But it's a pretty good stretch on the fronts of the thighs, the hip flexors. It's a little type of a back bend. And then bring your hands by your feet and then press yourself all the way up. And now sit right on top of your knees, hip socket distance apart. Bring your hands to your low back, lift your chest and start to lean back. Lengthen your sitting bones to backs of knees. Spin the inner thighs back. Lift the chest toward the sky. Come up both shoulders at the same time. We'll do that same thing again, or if you'd like to go in deeper, you can reach for the feet. But lengthen sitting bones to backs of knees. Reach for the feet or not. But then spin inner thighs back. Lift like there's a string attached to your chest and it's getting pulled up toward the sky. Let your head go back any amount. Now it's important when you come out that you squeeze the thighs toward each other. Come up both shoulders at the same time. And then taking your hands to the mat, come into a child's pose. Knees can be wide or closer together. Rest your head on your hands or on the mat. And deepest breaths of the day right now. Inhaling from the base of the spine to the crown of the head, and then exhaling crown of the head, base of the spine. Inhale, extend the arms forward, tuck your toes, returning to down dog. Stretch back. Now inhale again to plank. Exhale, chaturanga, knees up or down. Upward facing dog, a little extra today on your inhale. And then down dog as you exhale. Lengthening the spine. Come onto the balls of your feet. Step or hop and sit. And then turn to the long side of your mat because we're going to take the legs out wide and it just feels better on the feet. Soles of feet together, knees apart. And first, Baddha Konasana. Hinge from the hip creases and come forward with a nice long spine. Now be mindful that your shoulders don't creep up around your ears in this one. I know mine always want to. Breathe here. Releasing tension. And then come on up, inhale. And now extend your right leg out to the right. Keep the left leg bent in. Right hand to the inside of the foot, and there's Emma. The left arm can stay up, or you can extend it across to hold onto the foot. Or wherever it reaches is perfect. If you have a pet nearby, you can use your hand to give them some pets. Inhale, come on up. Now soles of feet together, but this time take your feet further away from your pelvis and then round your spine forward. So the forehead is rounding down toward the feet instead of hinging from the hips and coming forward with a long spine. But if this hurts your back, then keep the long spine. And then inhale to come up, and we'll extend the left leg out to the left, point the toes to the sky, bring your left hand inside the ankle, right arm straight up and keep it there, or extend it across, either way. But instead of rolling your torso forward toward the mat, try to roll your top rib cage back toward the sky. And lengthen out through the bottom side of the ribs, just like in triangle. And inhale to make your way up, and then we'll take both legs out for Upavista Konasana. Point your toes and your knees up toward the sky, press your heels down. You can stay up or hinge from the hip creases and come forward any amounts. Work at a level that your body agrees with. Be honest with yourself and what your body can do today is always a huge part of your practice. And breathing, always checking in with the breath. And playing with your pet whenever your pet comes to yoga. Inhale, make your way up. And then we'll turn again toward the front of the mat. And extend the legs. Bend the right knee, right sole of the foot on the floor, right hand behind. Left arm up, inhale. And then take it across and twist, exhale. Make sure the left toes point to the sky. As you inhale, create length through your spine. As you exhale, roll your right shoulder back, widen across your collarbones, turning your chest and your rib cage. Head to center, inhale and release. Extending the right leg, bend the left. Bring the left hand behind your back, right arm up, inhale. Exhale, take it across and twist. As the right leg extends, make sure to press the heel down, pull the toes back. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Rolling the left shoulder back. Turning the chin comfortably. Never forcing, never overdoing, but just let your breath move you. Head to center, inhale. Extending both legs in front of you, fingertips facing front, and then bend your knees. And lifting into reverse table. Nice shoulder stretch here. Let your head go back any amount. Lengthen your sitting bones to backs of knees. Make sure the outer edges of your feet are parallel, toes in a little. Then chin to chest and release. Extending both legs forward. Press the heels down, pull the toes back. Reach up with your arms, inhale, hinging from the hips for forward fold. Reaching your feet, sides of your mat, your legs, a strap. And lengthen. Instead of thinking head to knees, think belly to thighs. Firm the legs as best you can. But if you want to work on stretching out your back more, then you can bend your knees. If you want more stretch in your hamstrings, keep the legs extended. Inhale as head up, exhale to release. And carefully make your way onto your back. With the knees bent, feet on the floor. Shift the hips to the right a little, drop the knees to the left. Option to cross your right knee on top of the left if you want a deeper stretch. And relax your jaw and your shoulders. As you take deep breaths here, turn your belly toward the sky. And bring your head to center, knees to center. And then hips over to the left and knees to the right. Option to cross left over right. Looking over your left shoulder, taking deep breaths. Releasing the tension with every exhale. Releasing any stress. And anything you've been carrying with you that you don't need, breathe it out. Inhale, head to center, knees to center. Exhale, hug knees into chest. And then we'll set up for our very important final resting pose. Extend the legs, lengthen your sitting bones to the backs of the knees, release shoulders away from ears, and get comfortable. Our quote today comes from Carolyn Mace. Just let go. Let go of how you thought your life should be and embrace the life that is trying to work its way into your consciousness. Quiet mind, quiet body, Shavasana, rest. Now take a deeper breath and start to move your fingers, your toes, hands and feet. Stretch through your arms and your legs. Bend your knees, roll to your right. Pause, honor yourself. You made a great choice to show up to your mat today. Press yourself up to seated and bring your hands together. Hands to forehead, reminding you to have clear and loving thoughts. Hands to your heart, reminding you to have clear and loving intentions. Hands to your mouth, reminding you to have clear and loving communication, sending positive energy to all beings everywhere. Namaste. Your core muscles, or your bandhas, are the foundation of your yoga practice. I've created a special class just for you so you can strengthen yours. It is in a link down below, or it's pinned at the top of the comments. If you enjoyed today's total body class, you will love this one. Also, give this a try.